Hello, friends. Welcome back to everybody. Say it with me now. Jest
Quest.
Quest.
Okay, great. That was really bad.
Positive that sounded good.
Yeah,
That was
that
the
was
best.
all in sync, and nobody can tell us that we're wrong. No, welcome back, everybody. Glad you're here joining us for our 5th episode of this wonderful campaign that we are all having so much fun with. Just a couple things to note, based off of, actually just one little thing to note, speaking is, just for consistency, I had spoken in last week's episode that Micah couldn't use his glaive to attack and then use a bonus action because it wasn't a monk weapon. Just so everybody knows, we're using the new Tasha's Cauldron of Everything class features, which lets a monk pick a weapon, and then from there, the glaive that Yamina gave Micah lacks the heavy feature because of its special design. So, just so everybody knows, Micah from now on will be able to use his glaive to attack, and it will count as a monk weapon for those purposes, for those rule nerds like me.
So don't call us out on Twitter. Stop crafting your Tumblr call-out posts.
But that's the only really thing that'll change. Everybody else has new class features, but most of them aren't that big. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop into our little itsy-bitsy recap of the events that have happened from the last few weeks, and then we'll get right into playing. So, last time on Jest Quest, the party left the city of Mozetta in search of they're heading to the city of Zaspro, which is said to have a library where they could potentially figure out what is inside this mysterious journal that they found that could not be translated, or could not be identified with Thomas Archibald's identify spell. The spell just deflected off of it when he tried to cast it. So they decided to leave Mozetta and head to Zaspros. On the road to Zaspros, they found the first few days of their journey went quite okay, until the 4th day of their journey, where they were ambushed by a few bandits. After making short work of most of them, they spared one and sent him back to Mozetta, and they continued on their way to Zaspros. And that is where we left off. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, you awaken on your 4th day of travel. As you set up camp, as you start to break down your camp, and the morning air hits your breath, or hits your lungs, not your breath. I mean, technically it hits your breath, but that's another thing. We have the 4 of you around camp breaking it down. Anything specific you'd like to do before you hit the road?
As we're kind of like packing things down, I will spend some time with the light crossbow that I took from our friend Jeff's friend. And I'm going to spend some time putting some runes along the top of it that kind of go down like the chute of the light crossbow, and I'm going to infuse it with my repeating weapon infusion.
Okay. Very well. That is the one that just lets you ignore the loading property, correct?
Yes, it's also a +1.
Oh, very cool, very cool.
So it requires attunement, so I will need to spend some time kind of fucking around with it. But
as you all notice that Monty is kind of putting these runic symbols on this crossbow, and as he finishes, they all glow for a second and then subside back into the crossbow as he then puts it on his hip, I assume, or wherever you poop. Not
yeah, you want to hang from my right side.
Yeah.
Can
Hey,
you repeat
buddy,
that?
you
What did
wanna-
you say, Hayden? Could you repeat that?
I
sorry.
said poop.
That's
So
what I thought you said.
continue.
No, I just wanted to bask in that for a moment. Let's continue.
Hey, Monty, you wanna give it some practice? Like hold a chunk of wood out for him to eventually shoot at. I'm gonna toss it.
Sure.
No, not at me holding it. Just I'm gonna toss it and you're gonna try and hit it.
I shoot immediately as soon as he says that.
All right, go ahead and roll a hit.
Sure. It's a log, right? I figure what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
This ain't a natural one.
Just don't crit fail, yeah.
15 to hit.
50. That hits a piece of wood. You, and it just right through the air, like cuts through the air and hits right into the piece of wood that he's holding as Micah right before you throw it.
I was gonna throw that. God damn.
And so then, after that, the arrow that's sticking in will slowly kind of like ghost away because they're not like real arrows.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
where'd your arrow go? I was gonna pull it out for you.
Technically, there aren't any arrows. I'll show it. It's like it kind of cocks back on its own with nothing in it, and then I won't shoot it right above, but I'll just kind of shoot it out into the forest. And
Theoretically, could you make it like load infinitely fast, like a, just
yeah, I mean, pretty much
No.
as fast as
Have it shoot
a
out.
crossbow can fire if we're ignoring like ammo in it. Yeah. I don't need to load it.
That's rad shit, dude.
You want to fire it?
Dude, hell yes, I want to fire it. I'm gonna go.
All right.
Uh-oh, everything got fucked up. Hold up.
Where'd Brett go?
Brett, can you turn your video back on? You fucked our
Actually-
whole overlay.
Yeah, I killed Micah on accident as soon as I got the crossbow. I tried to shoot at the wood.
We were going for William Tell, and unfortunately, William told.
Is that working now? Does it look better?
Momentary hold up, and we're back. We are back.
Love to see it.
All right, continue. Thomas, you're firing.
Oh yeah.
It just every time you pull the trigger, a mystical arrow will boom, and then it pulls back, and another mystical arrow like apparates right before you or as you're pulling the trigger.
Oh, this is so cool.
I'm just like fucking shooting willy-nilly
All right,
at trees and
let's be
shit.
careful. Let's be careful.
We have like Jest Quest
go-
and Jest Quest if we give Archibald a gun.
Go ahead and just roll a d20 for me, Alex.
Hell yeah. Any applicable stats?
No, just roll a d20.
We got an 8.
An 8?
Yikes.
All right, cool. You don't hit anybody,
Nice.
which is
That's
what
a
you
good-
were hoping for.
Which is all we could ask for.
Can I see that real quick?
Of course, yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Also, I'm gonna stock my spells for today, and I'm gonna swap out Protection from Evil and Good for Find Familiar.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Find
you just
that familiar.
Spend a moment with your spell book. You're ready. All right. Anything else before you guys continue on the road?
No.
Okay. So same marching order as last week, I assume. So Brett,
Sure, yeah.
just give me a d20 roll for the day.
God. Okay. That's 16.
16. Okay. This day, it's a nice little day. It doesn't get too hot throughout the day. I believe I said it was spring, correct?
I don't remember that.
Spring.
Yes,
Springtime,
it
I
is
wrote it.
springtime.
Thank you.
And so as you are all walking, it's like an optimal spring day that you're having today. You see a couple a little bit of wildlife kind of edges out from the forest for a second, looks at these people walking by, and then it'll head back into the forest. Your day goes by without much of a thing. Can I get a perception check from Buddy for the end of for the night, unless you guys have anything you would like to do this night? Cool. Just a perception check from Buddy then.
6.
6. All right. Buddy doesn't appear to see anything throughout the night. You're not awoken at all And the next day comes. Can I get another check from you, Brett?
Wow, we love not dying in our sleep.
Not dying as far as you know.
We're all dead
Plot
on the
twist.
inside. It's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
So we're just running with like
You thought-
perfect. No,
you
there's
thought-
not a single chafe. There's not a
Yeah.
single mosquito bite. It's perfect.
You thought yesterday was the perfect spring day, but no, today is the perfect spring day. Like there is something about this day that just invigorates your spirits.
I got my 10,000 steps in. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you guys get a couple of extra miles in from the nice whole ambiance.
Hell yeah.
And I need one more perception check from Buddy as you rest down for the night before you make it to Zaspros.
I'm presuming that
yeah.
Monty is still casting alarm.
Alarm.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The setup is all of you are inside the 10-foot sphere of alarm. Buddy patrols the outside. If something happens, he basically just sticks his foot in, which will cause an auditory alarm.
Yes. And the quality of the day is not going to stop because Buddy got a natural 20.
Natural 20. Buddy is very good and doesn't see much of anything at all either on this last final night. So, you awaken on your final day of journey. You expect that you will be making it to Zaspros about halfway through the day. Anything specific you'd like to do in preparation?
We should probably go through and just like make sure we don't look like we've been spending a week on the road. Just
Yeah.
like, I don't know, look a little less disgusting than we do currently.
Yeah, is there a river we could take a shower in? That's not how you...
Make a nature check.
A river we could bathe in. That's the word.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
I mean, I can prestidigitation and just clean us
I'm gonna
all
roll
1
me.
square foot at a time.
That sounds exhausting and gross.
Is that
I
what
got a
I'm
16
gonna do?
for nature.
16 for nature. All right, Dionys, you kind of as Thomas is over here with his little rings, taking a little bit of magic between them and just kind of like throwing it one on his leg, one on his other leg, then like the tops of his legs, then his torso, then his arms, then his head, as he is now just extraordinarily clean. As you guys kind of go into the forest, and after probably about 5 to 10 minutes of looking, you're able to find a small little creek in the forest, about 4 or so minutes off the road. Just big enough that you could like get, not like big enough to fully submerge yourself in, just like a little bit of water that you could like pick up and like, you know, clean dirt off your face and stuff with.
I do that.
I want to cast Mage Hand to playfully splash Micah from like 30 feet away.
All right. This little hand. What does the hand look like? Any specific details, like what color it is or anything?
It looks, it's purple, and it kind of looks like it's made out of peppermint, and it's like a little spectral purple, and it's wearing like little kind of like rings, but they're like more like rock candy looking type rings, and it's just gonna like just like small, nothing like crazy, just like playful splashes.
All right.
Again, white robes, please.
Oh, sorry.
The nips are out. I guess I'll walk into this town with nips out, but like
It'll probably dry
I-
by the time you get to town.
I run the 30 feet over there and give like a, kind of hearty splash at him as well. Prestidigitation that, I guess.
I
Whatever.
do immediately. I can try, ooh, and then I'm gonna do it to you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm good.
All right. So, you set out on the road. The 4 of you and your automaton buddy, as you walk down the road. A few hours into the day, you see in the distance this large stone wall that you assume to be the walls of Zaspros.
Is there any kind of like gate or anything we can see?
As you approach, you continue. Uh-oh.
We lost Brad again. God damn it!
And
What is happening today?
the Discord or the Twitch overlay is very bad.
Mhm.
Well,
we've been-
why don't we talk about our feelings, everyone?
We've been having a lot of technical difficulties today, so
We were hoping to make it through the episode, but if this continues to be an issue, we can always cut it short. Worst comes to
yeah,
worst.
there's a likelihood this might be a shorter episode, y'all.
We would rather not subject you all to the subpar quality that is emerging.
We'll talk to chat right now then.
Chat, give us your questions.
What's up, chat? We got Frosty Havoc and Blister Twister being quite active here. Thanks for the pogs and poop.
Blister Twister's my fucking man, dog.
Ask us some character questions. Ask us about our lives, our dreams, our hopes, our fears.
I'm watching it. Let's
Ask
see
us what
happens.
poggers is. I just learned what that is.
We had a pre-stream discussion all about what exactly a pog is.
Not that it really answered questions so much as provided new ones.
All right, Blister Twister just said yo.
Oh, yo.
Yo.
What's up?
That's classic Blister Twister, man.
The
Yeah,
question
really
from
is.
Blister Twister is what's up?
What's up? The
Man.
twists don't stop with this Blister.
No. I'm constant. Every time I gotta say, Blister Twister is kind of like, a real regular here on the chat, and every time, they just have staples. What's up? Second
New question. Sorry to cut you off, Donis, here, but I think this might be an interesting question. Blister Twister asks, Archibald, what do you fear?
I fear many things, my friend. My list of fears is as long as my sleeve, I'm afraid. I mean, for one, I'm not going to, not speaking in terms of my character, I'm quite afraid of my family, if I'm being honest. I'm quite afraid of snakes. I'm quite afraid of loud noises. Quite frankly, if I'm being honest, I'm afraid of dragons, I feel like that's a fair thing. My worst fear is probably candy expiring on my watch, obviously. I fear the innocent dying because of my lack of arcane abilities.
Jesus.
That's
Also frogs.
a very comprehensive
Ooh, I'm the DM.
answer.
I was the DM for a little bit.
You were the DM for momentarily.
I wish I could always be the DM.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
So, you all wake up. You're dead.
Brett, are you back? Are you with us? Can you hear us? Oh, this is shaping up to be a classic episode.
I'm terrified that Micah will be forever lost in a space of uncertainty.
As you're walking in and you see the stone walls, a lightning bolt comes out of the sky and vaporizes Micah.
No.
Are you back, Brett?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your
Cool.
Your video is lagging quite a bit.
Yikes. Okay. Well, I might just have to ditch because of the internet right now. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, let's we're gonna be right back. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We'll be right back, everybody.
Save your questions for us.
Yeah,
I love
please
you
ask,
all, though.
please ask questions in chat. I will be active there. See y'all soon.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for coming. We're having a lot of technical difficulties today. These will be resolved by next week. We didn't get too far into the episode, so we're gonna go ahead and call it for tonight. Just because we want to make sure that the episodes we have are at least of decent quality. Thank you to everybody who whoever just joined the stream. I am so sorry. You're catching us at the worst time. Our pants are indeed down right now. And we're going to go ahead and cut off. This is officially Jest Quest episode 4.5. Just a stream, like some stuff happens at a stream. Oh, Clayton.
What? I'm stating my opinion.
What did Clayton say in the chat?
Clayton
Read it
said,
out loud.
Clay, there's a message from Clay Diggity Dog that says these guys suck.
That could be anybody.
No, we will be back. We will be back next week, which is the 27th, without technical difficulties. As our heroes enter the city of Zaspros.
Next
sorry.
Zaspro shop.
Next episode, you'll see me recording from the parking lot of the McDonald's as I leash their Wi-Fi. Because
as they enter into, as Clayton said, one more time, for all of our viewers.
Zaspro's shop. Like Bass Pro Shop is Zaspro Shop. Remember the place with the fish? Zaspro's shop.
Well, thank you all, friends, for joining us for this historic episode where so much happened. Next week,
honestly,
we'll be
is
jumping
there
into
more
this.
groundbreaking D&D podcast out there? I think the fuck not.
Who's
there? If you watch,
oh, real quick. There's a frightened little man in chat says, "I knew Alex in high school. He slipped on a banana peel." And with that, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. I'll see everybody next week. I love you all.
Good night, everyone.
Stay safe and have a happy holiday season. Goodbye, friends.